We know your mission here today, sir.
My mission where?
You went to see the president. You know why you are here, sir.
Exactly. Thank you very much for this interview. I've come to see Mr. President to pay a courtesy visit to congratulate him for doing a very good job for our country. Mr. President, in the last 2 years or so, has been taking very bold, courageous, profound steps through various reforms to reposition the economy of our country and also ramp up so much investments in the security sector to make our country safer. And I think we have so far succeeded. Our economy has stabilized. We are facing the right direction. There's growth. What we need to do further is to ensure that this growth is all inclusive. The security situation is improving, even though we have challenges from time to time. But I believe that the huge investments this administration is making is going to pay off. And I believe that our armed forces and other security agencies are also so committed. But as we give them more resources, we should expect them to do more and better. Mr. President is our leader. I support this administration and Mr. President fully, believing that as a loyal APC member, I should do my best to make this administration succeed. And as a legislator, as a senator, I have the responsibility to ensure that my senatorial district and indeed the country benefit from this administration. Where we feel the administration needs to refocus or rework or reconsider certain issues, we'll always do so, because that will make our performance more efficient and effective. And this is a listening president. You have seen in so many cases, the president will come up, or the administration will come up with the reform issue, and when the public feels otherwise, the administration will consider and sometimes even withdraw or maybe amend the reform item. So I believe that it's very important that we come here to see Mr. President, tell him what we feel about certain political or governmental issues, advice, and also seek advice from Mr. President. As our leader, we are behind him fully and completely to ensure that this administration and subsequent APC administrations deliver to Nigerians what Nigerians expect and actually need.
All right. Distinguished Senator, what about the issue of capital project funds not being available? That has been a serious issue. You are a member of the 10th National Assembly, the former president of the Senate. How are you viewing this issue? Contractors have abandoned works and they are complaining, particularly local contractors.
Well, I'm sure you visit the National Assembly from time to time, and you will notice that the members of the National Assembly are still working hard to ensure that the necessary steps are taken, the procedures and processes are done for the constituency projects to be implemented. But we also care about the implementation of the total budget of the country, not only constituency projects. And therefore, we are still on it. Some of our colleagues have had their constituency projects implemented to a certain level, some percentage. But make no mistake, we are not one-eyed, we are not narrow-minded, we are purely nationalistic and patriotic. We want the budget to be implemented fully for all parts of the country, regardless of whether they are constituency projects or the normal budget provisions.
Of concern currently is civil-military relationship in the country. We have seen the Wiki, Navy saga, before that now the coup. What advice are you going to give to enhance that relationship which is crucial to the country?
In the Senate.
Well, let me commend our armed forces and other security agencies for doing so much for us to protect us, our lives and our property. I head the Senate Committee on Defense, and I did that once in 2015 in the Ex Senate. I know how committed our armed forces are. I know how they give their lives for the sake of this country. They deserve our respect. They deserve our support at all times. This administration is giving a lot of funds to the armed forces and other security agencies, and I believe that the next thing is to insist on getting returns from the investments we make. But Nigerians, regardless of our status, must respect our armed forces. For me personally, I've come so close. I work very closely with our armed forces, and they are doing a very good job. We need to give them a pat on the back. We need to support them. That's why.
Under your leadership in the Senate, we had January, December budget. Up to today, no budget, no sign of budget going to National Assembly. 2026. So, what's going to be your take? Are we going back to the old order, or what's happening?
That's not something I can tell you that we are going to do all order or whatever. But I think everybody is aware that time is of essence when it comes to budget for the country. And I'm sure both the executive and the legislature are working very closely to ensure that the budget 2025 budget estimates 2026 is presented to the National Assembly as quickly as possible. We have no time to waste, and I'm sure that the executive arm of government here knows how important it is, and they must be working so hard round the clock to ensure that the correct things are presented to the National Assembly. And we will not waste any time to ensure that we process properly, and then we scrutinize and pass the budget as quickly as possible.
Finally, sir, based on the issues you raised with the president, what was his response?
Of course, the president was very receptive. I feel very honored. The president welcomed me. I must say, I was really touched. That's because I'm the only person the president saw today, and probably is the only person he will see today. And that is to say how welcome I was to see the president. And I feel so great that I've been able to come and see the president. And that's the one reason why I don't find it necessary to talk anyhow, anywhere. If I can have access to my president, if I have anything to say about the administration or about my party, then I should meet the president, give my advice or seek advice as quickly as possible, and be purposeful and reasonable and patriotic enough to make sure we don't cause unnecessary upheavals in our political systems. That is to say that Nigerians are free to see the president. If you want to see Mr. President and you have something to tell Mr. President to advise, he is very, very accessible. If someone feels otherwise, it's not me. And I don't think it's fair to just stay somewhere and criticize when you have access available to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.